Hey friends, I didn't upload yesterday because I was deep in working on something that really excites me. The template of a free-to-play asynchronous multiplayer game that actually feels like a single-player game. Now, I know that sentence might sound confusing, so let me break it down for you. Do you remember the game Dragon's Dogma? It had this really unique feature where you could create companion characters called pawns. The fun part was that these pawns weren't just mindless bots. Their look, their build, and even their behavioral quirks were influenced by another player somewhere in the world. It was as if you were borrowing a slice someone else's playstyle and inserting it into your game. Pretty neat, right? That mechanic gave the game a strange but fascinating feeling of being both single player and multiplayer at the same time. Now, here's the twist. Despite this brilliant concept, Dragon's Dogma was only moderately successful. It had a fantastic gameplay loop, solid combat, and even an expansive endgame. But the developers didn't lean fully into the idea of asynchronous multiplayer. It was there, yes, but it wasn't the heartbeat entire game. And in my view, that hesitation, that decision to treat it as a side dish rather than the main course, was the biggest misstep. So here's my idea. Imagine a free-to-play PvE game with the energy and mechanical satisfaction of something like Bulletstorm. You know, stylish kills, over-the-top action, points popping up on the screen for creativity. The main drive of the game would be efficiency and style, and the leaderboard would reflect that. But here's where it gets interesting. The leaderboards wouldn't just be global rankings that feel impossible to climb. Instead, they'd be segmented based on how long you've been active in the game. So someone who just started last week would only compete with players of a similar activity bracket. That way, the competition always feels fair and relevant. Now, let's talk about the economy of this world. The main currency is tokens. Every player gets one token per week, pretty straightforward. But the genius lies in what you can do with that token. If you're active, you can use it to push forward, grind style points, climb the leaderboard, and earn more rewards. But if you're inactive, here's where the asynchronous multiplayer system kicks in. You can trade your token for an NPC helper. This helper isn't a generic AI, but an avatar shaped by another real player's stats and playstyle. Think about it. One week, you might hire the NPC version of a pro-level player who's all about precision and lightning-fast combos. That NPC might only be able to give you 30 seconds of brutal backup because their stats represent someone who's hyper-efficient and burns hot and fast. On the other hand, you might get an NPC built off a casual player who isn't racking up massive combos but plays slow, steady, and adaptable. That NPC could give you 5 full minutes of reliable support. So suddenly, skill is reinterpreted in this asynchronous space. High skill doesn't just mean better, it means different trade-offs. More firepower in less time versus more coverage over a longer stretch. And because tokens are tradable, a whole layer of strategy opens up. Maybe you want to go solo and grind style points to craft your own customized NPC helpers. Or maybe you'd rather rely on the community, cash in your token, and pick from the pool of avatars that other players indirectly created. It's a constant cycle of choices that respects your time and playstyle. Of course, this being a free-to-play game, there will be cosmetic microtransactions. But here's the catch. You can also earn them through leaderboard performance. So if you're someone who doesn't want to spend money, skill and efficiency can still get you there. If you're stylish enough, the game rewards you visibly, letting you flex without opening your wallet. At its core, the point of this game is twofold. For time-based levels, it's all about efficiency. Can you finish this mission in record time? Can you use your NPC backup smartly and squeeze out every advantage? For style-based levels, it's about micro inputs and contextual choices. Can you juggle enemies creatively? Can you adapt mid-fight and rack up those glorious style points? The beauty is that both systems, efficiency and flair, feed into each other. And because NPCs inherit traits like accuracy, adaptability, and combo building from their original human players, every helper you summon adds a unique twist to your strategy. So, in short, this is a game that feels single player because you're always playing at your own pace, but it's deeply multiplayer because every NPC helper you meet is a ghostly reflection of another human somewhere out there. It's not about being online at the same time. It's about leaving your mark on the game world in a way that someone else can feel, even if you never cross paths directly. That's the dream. A stylish, efficient, endlessly replayable PvE experience that blurs the line between solo adventure and multiplayer collaboration.